What is poppin', yo? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're taking a look at yet another movie review. Today we're taking a look at Murder Mystery 2. This is a movie which is on Netflix, and I have watched the original. I don't think I did a review on the original, but again, I watched it that long ago that I genuinely cannot remember what it was about. It's one of those forgettable movies, but number 2 did come out quite recently, and I felt like I enjoyed the first one. So I decided to watch this one, and we have been going on a little bit of an Adam Sandler movie trend recently, with quite a lot of them, with The Astronaut, with sort of Do-Over, and The Wrong Missy. We've been taking a look at a lot of Adam Sandler, so I thought we might as well take a look at Murder Mystery 2. It also has Jennifer here from Friends. She also makes an appearance in this movie. She also played Rachel in Friends, just in case you wasn't sure. And I'm going to be honest, it wasn't that good of a movie, but I'll explain that in a bit, because we have to go into the main thing of this video, which is the Google part. It has a 5.7 out of 10 on IMDb, a 45% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 44% on Metric. So it's a pretty average movie, not the best of the best, but not the worst. And it seems to follow a pretty decent trend with Adam Sandler. Seems to be very similar to what his other movies are. But now private detectives launching their own agency, Nick and Audrey Spitz land at the center of an international investigation when a friend is abducted. So how this movie really goes is they start off where they left off in the last movie, and basically just go about being private investigators because of their successful mystery solving skills that went off in the first movie. They weren't that good. But they then fail at that and they're going bankrupt, and then their friend is like, hey, I'm having a wedding, come down. And they're like, sweet, let's go. So they go to this wedding, and shit gets real when he's abducted, he's kidnapped, and they want ransom money. They hire some real high-level detectives after these two get drugged and fall asleep. They then get sent on a mission to trade with this guy by giving them money, and he only wants to talk to them. They end up getting in the van, killing everybody in the van, so these are now murderers, these have killed people, and they crash a van into a cafe. They're then put on the sort of country's most wanted. They are then sent on a fucking journey to... They get kidnapped, I do believe, and the two that kidnap them double-cross each other, so they're stuck in a burning building. They inevitably get out the building, with the help of a fucking business card, and they then go to the Eiffel Tower, asking everyone to bring their sort of people. Like, they ask everyone, hey, I know one of you guys has got the guy, I know one of you's got our friend, so bring him to the Eiffel Tower, we'll meet you there. Everyone gets there. They realize the person that died before didn't actually die, and they're the main bad guy. They then stop them by having a big, intense battle on the roof with sort of bungee cords, helicopters, guns, sort of nunchucks as well. Big, crazy battle. They end up winning and killing the guy, so yet again, they have another murder on their back, which they doesn't seem to be bothered about, doesn't seem to care about. They then continue and go back down the stairs to, celebrate, but guess what? There's another suspect, and dun dun dun, it was his sister. They then put his sister behind bars, and he goes away to get married at a pretty private wedding. They then go and get a fucking briefcase full of money to let them, get supported, help them for saving them. And that's pretty much it. That's where the movie ends. I'm going to be honest. It wasn't that interesting. It was very predictable as well. Not that the first one wasn't predictable, but you could easily tell who the main villain was, why they were the villain, what their motives were. It wasn't like they tried to hide these guys like normal murder mysteries do. It wasn't like as good as Among Us, or Murder on the Orient Express, or Murder on the Nile. It was very obvious, very open who it was, and it was very clear as day. You could tell right from when they got on screen who the main villain was supposed to be and why. It was just a basic movie, and one which I regret watching. I'm not happy that I watched this, I'm going to be honest. I regret watching this movie. It was just a complete waste of my time. And when movies do that, it upsets me a lot, because, I watch a movie a day for this channel for like, doing movie reviews. But this one just did it to me, man. Like, it just took away all the joy of watching movies. And I don't know if it's because I've been watching movies for like a long time. 2 movies a day is a lot, but because I've been watching all these movies, it's like, have my opinions been getting shitter because I've been watching all these movies, and like everything seems the same because I'm constantly watching movies. You get what I'm trying to say? But yeah, this one was bad. The acting from Adam Sandler wasn't the best. He was just playing himself as per usual, and Jennifer Anderson also wasn't that good in this movie. She felt very boring, dry, and basic. Her character was pretty much the same throughout the movie. There was no character arc. And when she worked it out in the end and had her big twist moment, it wasn't shocking, and it wasn't sort of like, hey, I worked out who the bad guy was. It was just like, oh, okay, there was 2 bad guys here. And that was it. There was no like real shock factor to it. It was just kind of boring and underwhelming, if anything. And I didn't really like that part of the movie. It's just not a good movie because it was predictable. The acting sucked. The CGI was shit in the most part, and that's just it. There's nothing else to the movie. The plot was boring and predictable. It's just a bad movie. I'm going to give it like a 3 out of 10 because I'm not going to watch it again. I'm upset that I watched it. I liked the first one, but I felt like there was a lot more effort put into the first one than there was the second one, because the second one just seemed like a quick cash grab because the first one did well. And that's never a good way to sort of do your movies, just because the first one did well, to try and bank on it and get into the second one as quickly as possible. But again, I don't have much to say about this movie because, again, it's shit. And there isn't a lot to talk about. It's just a basic murder mystery movie without the mystery, because it was already obvious from the get-go with who is sort of like, suspect number 1. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this YouTube video. I'll see you all next one. I hope you all have an excellent day, and goodbye. Stay home and stay safe. I am sorry I've been such a negative Nelly yet again. I promise we'll have more positive reviews coming very soon on the channel. But other than that, please bear with me, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.